us, you guys are sitting on about $50 billion worth of gold. Do you actually hold it? Does Spider GLD actually hold it in a vault, or where is the gold physically?
The gold is held physically in one vault in London by HSBC, and the bullion is in allocated form, held in the form of 400-ounce London Good Delivery bars, in conformance with the London Bullion Market Association standards.
So it's actually there physically. It's not like tied up in a derivative contract or anything like that?
No, that is correct. It is physically there, unencumbered, in allocated form. It is audited twice a year by a company called Inspectorate that enters the vault, physically handles each of the bars once per year, and confirms the markings and stamps on each bar versus the custodian's records.
We're almost out of time. Could you just remind us, what's the mechanism by which this giant ETF shrinks and enlarges?
In terms of creation redemption?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There are a number of broker-dealers called authorized participants, and they deal directly with the trust in units called creation units, which is a certain number of GLD shares in this case. They will put an order in to create shares and then settle gold in London with HSBC on trade date +2. On the settlement date T+3, HSBC will move that bullion from unallocated form into allocated bars. Once that allocation process is complete, they will send note to Bank of New York, who is the trustee for Spider Gold shares, and they will release those shares onto the marketplace. So at no time are there shares of gold, of GLD, floating in the marketplace that are not physically 100% backed by physical metal.
Jason, we're almost out of time. I hope you don't mind me asking this. Personally, I'm old school. I buy gold mining shares. How do you hold your own gold, if you don't mind me asking?
I have some physical, and I also own some gold mining shares.
So you're hedging your bet.
And again, there's no one... indeed.
Jason, thanks very much indeed for joining us and giving us that insight today.
A pleasure. Thank you very much. Jason
Toussaint, U.S. Managing Director for the World Gold Council and CEO of World Gold Trust Services, which is the sponsor of GLD, that giant gold ETF worth more than $50 billion. Just before we go, a reminder, every Friday, you know how we spend the last 5 minutes